Please get out of your own way and trust me, as this comes from an overthinker. Overthinking is a plague on your thoughts, and chronic overthinkers revisit conversations they previously had with someone, often second guess their decisions, and imagine disastrous outcomes all day, every day. Thinking too much too often is an overthinker's autopilot. Not a good one, may I add. They think, imagine, and picture worst case scenarios, which is often quite the opposite to the reality. And that overthinking hampers their productivity and badly affects the mood. Now, overthinking involves two destructive thought patterns: ruminating and incessant worrying. Ruminating involves dwelling on the past with thoughts like, I shouldn't have quit my job. I shouldn't have said that to my boss. I could have reacted differently to my friend's overreaction. I could have addressed the situation differently. Incessant worrying, on the other hand, involves negative thoughts predicting things that may not even happen in the future, like, I'm going to forget what I have to say in my speech. I'm going to mess up my presentation tomorrow. I'm going to catch traffic and miss my flight. Oh my god, I won't be able to save enough money, etc. etc. Basically, imagining and playing scenarios that haven't even happened yet and giving them a twist with the twister of overthinking. How do we stop worrying and start living? While changing this overthinking autopilot habit is not going to be easy, but with practice and conscious effort, we can train our brain to think differently. Don't let your overthinking rob you of your happiness that you deserve. Change the channel. Firstly, know this, that telling your brain to stop overthinking will backfire. Reverse psychology is not something we're not familiar with. We always end up doing what we're asked not to. What you resist always persists. And so, the more you try to stop a thought, the more power you give it to keep popping up. Distract yourself and change the channel in your brain by changing the activity. Go for a walk, read a book you like, declutter your study, declutter your bedroom side tables, rearrange your cupboard, and put on some good music while doing that. This will not just distract you from your current destructive thought, but will also give you a sense of achievement and an instant mood shift. I promise you that. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. I have done all of this and more. Focus on problem solving and not dwelling on it. Worrying is futile and won't help you with the solution, and we all know that. So let's find a way to handle the situation. There are things we can't fix, like things or situations not in our control, but what we can do is control our way of looking at it and addressing it. Think of ways to troubleshoot it, like an antivirus. The what ifs and shoulda, woulda, coulda only hijack the happiness. Let's focus on getting the control back from the overthinking monkey mind. And know this, that only you know how to troubleshoot your problem. So dial in on that inner peace of yours and find your solutions. Notice when you're stuck in your head, because when your autopilot is so used to overthinking, it's difficult to disengage, and that's when you need to pay extra attention to your thoughts and patterns. Acknowledge your overthinking and let go, as that is constantly robbing you of your productivity, which is further affecting your mood and depleting your good energy all the time. Schedule time for reflection. Open a task file in your head and set aside a brief period of, say, 20 to 25 minutes to ponder over things and figure out how you could handle things or situation differently. Address all your things in that period of thinking time and not beyond. When you give your brain a deadline, it works accordingly. And should you find yourself overthinking about things outside your scheduled time, snooze it until the next window of scheduled thinking time. And with practice, this could actually become a very productive troubleshooting activity. Be the mindful master. Our emotions interfere with our ability to think rationally and objectively. Don't get overrun by your emotions and mind your thoughts. It's very easy to get carried away with negative thoughts and get wrapped around the hyped, unreal scenarios in our head. I won't even give an example here because one scenario will lead to another and the whole overthinking flowchart just starts. The idea is to be mindful of our thoughts and, channel them positively. Half the time we're suffering from that which does not exist. Past is gone. Future hasn't happened. Mindfulness will help you become more aware of the here and now, and with time and practice, it will help decrease the overthinking. Paying attention to the way you think can actually help you become more aware of the bad mental habits. Working on that and building healthier habits will help you build the mental muscle memory in a rewarding way. Wishing you success in this very important endeavor that can totally change your day, mood, and life ahead. Lots of love, mindfulness, and positive vibes.